bonus track on this same topic of what do we do if you're not the trailblazing champion of innovation. I'm just back from the Claris Engage conference at Apple's offices in Austin, Texas, and it was transformative, fantastic, exciting, encouraging, mind-blowing. All sorts of cool things were going on there. And that inspired me to add a fourth. Okay, if you're not yourself the trailblazer, then go find a champion. Help them build a process. You're not just building a solution, but really building a process for entrepreneurship, for workplace innovation. Celebrate those wins, buy the pizza, document it, find the KPIs. And our fourth tip out of Claris Engage last week is really this very Apple concept of fostering design thinking. Design thinking is this whole topic that I'm hopeful that we'll do a whole series on, and we'll go deep on it. In short, it's really as simple as helping everyone get together, and ideally in a room, in the same room if possible, if you can actually retreat and get together and get away from the office, to think about how would we like this to work? What might, those are types of the questions that you might ask, right? What might be possible if we thought about this in a different way? It's taking the time to go wide and really think holistically about what the end game is, particularly in a time with lots of change going on in the world. Taking the time to think about what that is and what that impact might be and where you're headed 5 to 10 years. I know it's difficult to do when you're just trying to get a problem solved and get moving on to the next thing. If you can also do some data modeling as a part of that exercise, think about the basic tables and the entities, and not just for what you're building in this next phase, in this first prototype, but also how that relates to the holistic kind of comprehensive solutions in play. Another one here is this key concept of personas. Perhaps you've built out foundation phases before and done design and discovery and analysis, and those big documents that you're making, they might result in a couple of bullet points for people's roles, right? It could be as simple as, hey, this solution is going to work with customer service reps. It's going to work with the accounting department who's going to oversee. It's going to work with our sales team. And that might be all you would traditionally get. Well, design thinking says, no. This is all about empathy. And in order to build empathy, we've got to really know who we're delivering this for. So let's meet a customer service rep. Let's sit down with the sales team. Let's get in deep with the accounting department and ask them, what are the types of pain points and challenges that you personally see? You want to build those personas, and you can use a bit of AI to do it, to really reflect and play back. This is what I hear. It's a bit like a marketing exercise, right? This is a bit of what I hear about kind of who you are and what makes you tick, what your a day in the life kind of looks like. Also, what are your biggest challenges and pain points and your hopes and dreams? If you can get it to the point where they say, that sounds like me, then you're really doing design thinking, and you've not built anything yet, right? But if you can sustain that and foster that type of design thinking, now you're really cooking, and your end solution gets that richness. A next one would be this idea of journey mapping. It's really going beyond just business process or systems process, which you've probably built out, large flow charts and seen those with swim lanes and all sorts of cool things in them. But journey mapping is going a bit more high level, and it transcends just what the tool will do for us. This is really much more about kind of the full empathic journey of what that person's day might look like beyond just the systems. A perfect example of this is that we're grateful to have helped out a bit with a university in the Southeast that works with higher educational intellectually disabled students. And as these teachers and facilitators and helpers and volunteers are working with these students, it wouldn't be sufficient to say, great, then, teacher, you just go into the system and you click here and you click here and you click here. That's not possible while I'm doing an on-site visit. I can't have an iPad in my hand. So what does that human-computer interaction look like? But I could record a quick voice memo, and I could send that voice memo through AI, and that could transcribe and transpose that to give me really rich, good notes out out of the other side, so that way when I get back to my desk, I can actually put that into the system. So those are the types of things that journey mapping would help you understand. Of course, no shortage here for needing to go ahead and do mock-ups and build prototypes that are going to help drive adoption at the end. So that's a bit more about design thinking. That's our fourth tip, and probably our final one. I swear this will be our final in this series, and looking forward to more. Thank you.